None of the audio is being shuffled. None of the audio is being shuffled. Check. Oh wait. None of the audio is being shuffled. Check. Oh wait. None of the audio is being shuffled. Check. Oh wait. None of the audio is being shuffled.
What's up?
Check. Oh wait. None of the audio is being shuffled.
What's up?
Check. 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 Being shuffled.
What's up?
Check 1, 2. Check.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Check 1, 2. Check.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Check 1, 2. Check.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Check 1, 2. Oh, got no music.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Check 1, 2. Oh, got no
I
music.
can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Check 1, 2. Oh, got no
I
music.
can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money, whatever else spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Walked away to what you thought was real. It took everything that I had. Yeah.
Where the hell is that coming from?
Hey, all right. We got a bunch of issues tonight, and that just completely sucked. So, let's see. I just want to make sure. Yep. All right, good. We got audio. We got everything. I am just gonna chalk this up to Windows 11 being funny, and because once I rebooted the computer, everything was fine. So I'm not. I heard an echo from somewhere, but anyway.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. I thank you, everybody that's clapping in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. There's 30 of you still here. I don't know why. I'd be gone. 30 minutes of watching nothing. But thank you so much. Thank you for coming and hanging out. We do have some stuff to go over tonight. I saw some people out there saying, yeah, no audio, and I knew there was no audio. For some reason, like I said, it was IT, and Eric's not here yet, but if he was here, IT, we're both IT. 90% of the problems can help with restarting the computer, and that's what I did. And it didn't shut off the stream, and so I guess we learned something new that we didn't know before. So nope, Ernie, you didn't miss anything. If you notice, I started to change some of the titles on the YouTube channel, and I started to add episode numbers and season numbers and actual titles of stuff that we might be talking about. So not to say that's going to be what we're going to be talking about, but that's what the plan is. So I actually booted up my Eagle. We're going to talk about some Nina stuff and some guiding stuff, because there's been a bunch of problems with guiding stuff floating around between Eric and myself. And we're going to talk about our trials and tribulations as soon as Eric pops in, if he's there. I'm just texting him. We are on.
Well, this will be good too, Daniel, because I'm getting, as you know, I'm getting rid of SGP and I'm fully switching to Nina. So, I've got to basically relearn the acquisition software.
Yeah, so I mean, I figured we do start with something for the Wednesday nights, and I know that we were talking about on Friday nights during the show last week that we were going to start going back to the basics again, and starting from the beginning on Friday nights. So is I love when people text me in code, but um, yeah. So we got some good news. I got some good news. So let's just do the sponsor bit real quick. I know we're running a little late. I promise I won't take the 7 minutes. I'll do it in 2. All right, we'll go really quick. Ready? Here we go. Sponsors, thank you. Woodland Hills and Night Skies. You guys are the best. Keep on giving us money and we'll give it away. There you go. Next slide. Prima Luce, thank you for the Eagle giveaway last week. Congratulations again to Keith Wankowitz. And the winner, he actually should be receiving his Eagle or have received his Eagle within the next day or so. So it's pretty cool. So congratulations. Camera Concepts, we're doing this gift certificate tonight, and not this Friday. Next Friday is the next Optolong giveaway, so be on the lookout for that. Masters of Pix Insight, for those of you that missed yesterday's class of Masters of Pix Insight, that they went through WBPP. I jumped in late. I was on Global Star Party. What are you getting? Are you getting Chinese food? What is this? And Black Hole members, thank you, John, Bob, Charity, Sean, our Red Giants. You guys are the best. We keep on growing on Patreon, and it's amazing. So if you don't know, we have a Patreon. If you want to see more videos and help finance this little project and get some perks along the way, please join us on our Patreon and make a donation to us over at AstroWorld. And Protostar members Kieran and Greg. So this Friday, we have Craig Stocks from Utah Desert Remote Observatory is going to come hang out with us and show us what he's going on out there. Because if the name sounds familiar, Craig was one of the Pictures of the Week winner, and he actually had the spaghetti, if I remember right, the Spaghetti Nebula, which was really nice. Now we got some 2 new guests coming up. First one, Astronomolly is going to be here August 17th. That's Molly Wakeling. She's going to be coming and hanging out with us. She is doing some awesome stuff. She's got a great channel, and it's good to have her. And she's going to be with us on August 17th. So welcome to her for being part of the team. And we had a good time last night on Global Star Party. So it was a lot of fun. Our next one, which I just booked tonight. Oh man, come on, really? All right, I'm gonna have to share screen. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Ah man, really? And general change. There we go. There it is. Nico Carver is going to be with us from Nebula Photos. Tentatively, September 16th is going to be that date. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then something that I've been working on in the background for the past 3 months is finally going to come to fruition. Astropalooza is going to be happening fourth quarter 2022. Guests so far include Sean Nielsen, Amy Little, Molly Wakeling, Nico Carver, and we're probably going to get 1 or 2 more that I haven't solidified yet. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't miss Astropalooza coming fourth quarter 2022, date to be determined. And as always, please remember to join us on our other social media platforms: YouTube, Discord, Twitch, Twitter. I keep on wanting to do the Vic D. Potato version of this whole thing, but I can't do that because I got kicked off YouTube. So that being said, we're gonna go back to the 3 up. There we go. And we got well, Scott's Jesse and Peter's Scott. I didn't have a lot of time to go through the titles again. I apologize about that. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I do have some really quick notes before we get down to brass tacks here. Friday night is the 5 p.m. the pictures of the month for June closes out. So you only got 2 days left to vote for your picture of the month. Make sure you do that. We have the first round winner of the picture of the week selected. And unfortunately, I can't bring up the picture right now because I had to fast forward it. But the winner for the first round of the picture of the week is Ernie Jacobs with the North American picture. And I think I could probably bring that one. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick because it'd be a shame if I couldn't. Let me see. Astropod submissions, previous weeks. I'm sure I have it. And I'm looking for blue. I know it's blue. And of course, it's not in date order. So no, I can't bring it up right now because it's also in a TIFF file, so it's not going to come up, of course. So I apologize about that, Ernie. It'll be on the YouTube page and on the website. So congratulations to Ernie. Right now, it's a dead heat for the second picture of the week. So get your votes in. Get your votes in. Thank you for coming, hang out. Thank you for listening to me for a couple of minutes. You know something, guys? I got to tell you. I added up. I went back 3 years, and I added up the amount of episodes that AstroWorld has done on either a Wednesday or a Friday night. This is episode 180. 180 episodes. And so far this year itself, this is season 3, episode 53. And I went back and I got everybody's anniversary date who made their first appearance. So it's amazing that we've actually stuck together for so long. So thank you everybody for dealing with the issues and everything. But it's been great so far. So that's what I have so far. So how's it going, guys?
Okay. Good. Yeah, things are going well.
Yeah. So, all right. Cool. All right.
Peter?
Are you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep.
So I know that, and I guess Eric's having some trouble. I think he's still at work. So yeah, Tarek, thank you. I remember you being here at the start of the channel. I think you were one of our first watchers. So we're gonna break 200 this year, no doubt. But it's gonna be a crazy because Global Star Party just had its 100th, and I was like, you know what? Let me see how many we have. And I literally added them all up. I went page by page by page, and I added them all up, and it was a lot of pages. But but soon to come, I want to get some more content onto the regular video page and not the live page. I didn't realize that we didn't have that much just recorded videos as opposed to live videos. So we're gonna try and get that. Hello, Newman. But yeah, so it's going to be kind of fun. So So Pete, we had, and Scott, we had a bunch of guiding issues. I know Eric had a big one, and it looks
Hey
like,
guys.
oh, there he is. I hear him, the voice from beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a
He's
second.
he's in the VMix, but
No,
Peter
but-
is not.
Okay, hold on a second. Play layers, and not Jesse. We have edit. Eric, not Eric title. Eric, no, not Eric. Scott.
Eric squared.
Yep, Eric squared. We got Eric squared. There we go. And then we have that. And now you see everybody.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I got Pete now.
You got everybody. Okay, and now let's let everybody see everybody. And there we go. And when all guys, don't make all the titles are wrong. I didn't have time to do all the titles, so I apologize about that. With all the audio problems that we had 33 minutes of downtime, and it was just a complete disaster. I think it was just a reboot, and it cleared it all up. So I apologize about that. So we were just getting ready to talk. I know you just jumped in, Eric. We were getting ready to talk about some of my guiding issues and some of your guiding issues, and I don't know. I've been talking for the last 20 minutes, so why don't you give me a break? And
sorry, I mean, I don't know what's up with vMix on my rig. I am actually using my laptop to join in and everything, so I just don't get it. So I'll figure that out at some point.
What camera are you using? Which camera?
I'm using my Logitech Brio, the one I've been using forever, and
Well,
I've even swapped out. And grabbed my son's Logitech Logitech 9000.
I got a 920 and it works.
And like I said, my camera works with any other application. It's just connecting to vMix. So
that's
hey, Tarek, I know I am like so late.
Yeah, I know. I saw that was Tarek. But so you got the guiding fixed.
So now, yes,
it looks like
I got the guiding. It seems like I got the guiding fixed. I was able to have I ran my first simple sequence in Nina. And guiding went really, really well. I
saw your numbers. Your numbers were sick.
Yeah, they were crazy. So
what rig, Eric?
70.
What rig?
Oh, my 60. The Sim
60. 60, sorry.
Yeah, the CEM 60. And no problems. It took a while for it to finally calibrate because I just went down towards deck 0 and I was basically, because I'm imaging the wizard, right?
Right.
So I just went, so as soon as I got towards the wizard, and I just went right down to deck 0 from there and just started calibrating. It took close to 10, maybe almost 15 minutes to finally go through everything.
How many steps did you get up to? It should say moving east, step whatever.
I got into the 50s.
Oh, your step size way too small.
Yeah,
your step size is way too small, bro. You should be like 20 to 30. You should be half that.
Because if I go into, because I'm on my desktop right now, so you're saying that my calibration steps were like, they were like at 2,000. Because I said it almost exactly like I did the ASIR, right? But yeah, when it was going through this calibration, it was doing all of its steps, like going north, starting out at, in east, then the west, then the south, then the north and the south. Yeah, it was going, it did about 50 calibration steps per point. And, but finally, it just went. And it was kicking butt. So
you were in 0.3, I saw.
Yeah. I was averaging a third of an arc second, so 0.3. 0.33, 0.32, somewhere around there. I really never got the highest that before I went to sleep and I was actually looking at the total. The highest I ever got was 0.4. 0.4 arc seconds.
Nice.
So it's doing fine.
So what was the largest issue? So none of our watchers kind of the same issue.
Basically what I did, the largest issue most likely was my setup where I use my desktop here. I'm right up against my backyard. Okay, so right outside here is my backyard. And I ran a long USB 3.0 and it was powered. It's a powered active USB 3 cable. It's about a 60-foot cable. And I ran it from the rig to my PC, and everything would connect fine, but the communication between my PC and PhD to the mount, it was just poor. So what I ended up doing is I purchased a USB Ethernet extender. Right. So that's what I ended up doing is I bought a USB Ethernet extender, which would allow. So basically, I'm using my Cat 6 cable in between two Ethernet connections, and plugged in all of my my devices onto the remote side because it has 4 ports, all USB 2. And plug those in, and then it has the home port here, the local. Fired everything up, and it just worked.
There you go.
So
it was all a communication.
It was all a communication issue. Yeah,
It
was all.
It's usually the biggest issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
And hey,
anybody that's been married will tell you that.
But you know what? I'm so glad that it was trial and error. And it was a lot of trial and error.
Yes.
And bottom line is, when you're dealing with corrections and trying to get that information back to the mount, I guess you got to have great cables and you got to have a short distance in order to make those corrections as fast as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And
because trust me, I was at the point where I really want to try Nina. It's not that I'm totally switching away from what I'm doing.
You just want to learn.
I really want to
broaden the horizons.
Another option.
Yeah.
I want to have different options. And I was really thinking about, if this didn't work, I was really thinking about looking at maybe contacting Tom and seeing if he had any old Eagles that I could maybe buy or something like that, like an Eagle 3 or an old, an Eagle or a refurb Eagle 4. I don't know.
Well, if you're seriously thinking about going that way, let me know, because
I will.
But there may be something out there in the LE version that's unconfirmed right now. It's Eagle 4 LE that may be for sale. I'm not sure. So
that's fine. So that's basically was it. So right now, me using my Cat 6 and these the two USB Ethernet extenders, it's working fine.
Awesome.
So I'm not having any issues. Now it's just getting Nina working and getting my EAF working with Nina.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna keep working with it.
Step size 50 to 70 should do it.
Step size 70. Yeah, I think that's what I've got it set
50 to 70, depending on whatever. That should do it. Just keep on hitting that, and we can bring up Nina in a second. But I was able to find Ernie's picture real quick, and I'd like to show that because it's a very nice picture. So here is Ernie's NGC 7000. You guys see the live or you just see the?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. No, that's nice.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the picture. That was round 1 of the 23 pictures that we received in that week. So round 2 is going on right now. So make sure that you go and vote because we need votes. it's been a hard day's night, I'm telling you. But so Eric, I don't know if you saw when we were doing the sponsors, we got some new guests coming on.
No, I didn't. No, I've just been dealing with this. So who's coming?
I was able to book Molly Wakeling, Astronomer Molly, for September.
Nice.
And I was also able to book Nico Carver as well.
Really?
It's tentatively set for a date. I forget. And let's see. And then I put out the names for Astropalooza. That's
Astropalooza?
Astropalooza is my pet project so it's going to be Sean Nielsen, Amy Astro, Molly Wakeling, Nico Carver, and maybe one more if I could swing it. So so that's what I got started so far. So let me see.
Man.
Let me see. Hold on a second.
That's awesome.
And
Scooby-Doo, right?
Scooby-Doo.
Oh no, that's Spookapalooza. My bad.
No, I'm calling it Astropalooza.
Yeah.
And hold on one second.
His poor brain is burnt from trying to fix those audio issues.
Yeah, no. Well, you're going to be burnt in a second, but hold on 1 second. There you go. And let's see, settings, and the 5 is 22, and output, input, 22, 22.
Oh, there's Sean.
And there we go. And Sean has come to hang out with the guys 2 days in a row.
There he is.
2 days in a row. He's
Dude, he looks like he looks like he could he could be a Canadian Mountie,
Yeah, well, that Mountie thing, I think what you're trying to describe is the cheese slice that's on his shoulder. So he's got hold on, I can't hear you.
Yeah, Sean, your glasses are cool, but they're not nearly as cool as mine. So you got some work.
He's picking off the shirt.
I don't have any audio on Sean yet. Let's see.
No audio yet.
Say something. And it looks like it's
nope, not yet.
See.
Hey, Charity, how are you?
And let's see, Sean. Try something. Try something. Yeah, I don't have anything on.
Nope.
I got nothing on Sean.
Sean, make sure your audio source in
No, it's not him. Hold on. Sean, say something.
It's not on his.
No, I got nothing on you now. I got 0 coming in.
Oh boy.
Check your audio source, Sean.
His audio. I'm sure his audio is fine.
No, it's not us on this one. I don't think.
Oh, it's not.
Usually
he
is.
He may be pulling a me and has everything on mute.
Yeah. In the that little gear icon in vMix, just make sure your audio source is on the right mic, and then reconnect. I'm probably talking way below what he already knows.
Yeah,
but
I don't know because like I said, I'm using my laptop right now, and
there you go. Perfect.
Yeah,
there you go.
There it is.
Right.
Got it.
Okay, I know what the problem was. It was Voice Meter was causing an issue.
Yeah,
I
I
was-
was,
Okay.
I had voice meter acted up one time recently actually, and it wasn't passing any audio through, even though it looked like it was.
that's just the
Yeah.
problem that I was having tonight with the
Yeah, I
30
saw that.
minutes. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I rebooted the whole thing and everything came back up. But
Yeah, I know. Actually, someone said that in the chat to reboot.
you know what?
But
It's always
it
a
was going to
reboot.
be another 15 minutes before you actually did it.
It was always, you know what? Because everything in VMix was right. I was getting levels, I was getting everything, but nothing was shuffling over to Melon. And
Yeah.
so finally it's working.
It's quite the orchestra you conduct.
Love the shirt, my friend. Sean and
Oh,
I
Back to
had
the Future.
the pleasure of hanging out at Global Star Party last night.
Yeah, that was a pleasure.
It was interesting. When I was talking with Scott Roberts over at Explorer, who runs it,
Yeah.
I go, please, Scott, just remember that we're on the East Coast, so don't throw us. It's okay to be after the intermission, but don't put us on like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. So what does he do? He throws us on right after Molly Wakeling, who gave an incredible talk. And it was just me and Sean had texted each other like, oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, while I was listening to her talk, and it was such a great presentation.
It really
and I
was.
was like, oh no, and Dan and I are next. We have like nothing prepared. We're just gonna wing this.
It's a good thing too, because we got on and then somehow Sean, Scott and Molly got back into it.
Yeah, they got in on it. So
Just
we
like,
didn't really have to say much. We
No.
just had to look good.
Yeah, we just said, hey, congratulations on 100 and
Yeah.
peace out.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Nah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time to be involved and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
Maxi Falieres, who was on GSP. I saw him in the chat, and for tonight, he's hanging out.
I kept watching after you had signed off, and that.
I had to go eat, and I had to go do.
No,
I
I just
so
had it
exhausted.
running, and I was watching, and it was actually pretty interesting. The one guy that was on, I can't remember his name, but he was really well spoken, and it was a great presentation that he did. So
nice.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can replay it. Can you replay that?
I can't replay it, but I could. I know I got the email of the
link.
The link, yeah.
You got the link
and the schedule.
Yeah. But no, that was good. Yeah, it was great to be a part of it and stuff. The 100th episode that was really fantastic. So.
Yes. So I don't know how much you heard, Sean, but
I didn't hear much actually.
We because GSP got their 100. I was curious to see how many episodes AstroWorld actually did, and tonight marks number 180 episodes.
Wow.
Over the past 2.5 years. And
wow,
now granted,
we've done this that long?
180 episodes.
No doubt, eh?
That's crazy. That's awesome. That's really great.
That's like,
it's
we you know what? We are, since we passed that, I think we're due for syndication.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
We could
Your
just
mouth to God's ears.
and then I went back to look at everybody's, or tried to get close to everybody's anniversary date of the date that they first went on the show. So I made everybody's anniversary, the host. So Simon is April 29, 2020, Jason July 15, 2020, Eric April 9th, 2020, Scott April 12th, 2021, Pete January 7th, 2022, and Jess 2/18, 2022. So I'm gonna send you guys all birthday cards, when your day comes. So but yeah,
Jeez, I'm a glutton for punishment.
You are. You are. We both are. We've gone through, and
no, that's awesome.
It's really, really cool. So we're gonna break 200 this year, no doubt, because you got to remember GSP is only on once a week, and we're on twice. So, but it's fun.
Right.
It's fun. So yeah, I had some guiding issues as well.
Yeah.
Eric, yeah, man.
What happened?
So for whatever reason, you know, after the meridian flip, you know, it goes and it flips and it goes guiding
Yeah.
on the other side of the pier. I woke up the next morning, 2 hours of data were shot. No good. Stars going all over the place. Guiding never started. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So
Fubar.
what's that?
Fubar.
Total. And it you know, it kind of like for like 3 or 4 sessions, I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna pause the sequence and I'm gonna recalibrate every time. I'm gonna stay up till the flip and I'm gonna recalibrate. But I'm like, I shouldn't have to do this. So so I'm like, you know what? And I saw this one option under the tools in
Reverse.
no, that was on. It was on.
Oh, it was on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so for those of the watchers out there, usually on a meridian flip, and for whatever reason, PhD does not have this checked by default. But for whatever reason, to flip, you should reverse your deck output to do it. And it should be, to me, it should be on by default, but I don't know, and check it
But
out.
it's not.
But it's not.
Yeah.
So that was on. I was
Yeah.
still having the same issue. And then I went to the other thing, and it kept. So I said, you know what? I did the calibration. I'm on the forums. I was like, is there any way to force a calibration after a flip? And no, there's no way to do it kind of without redoing the whole guy. It's a big mess. You got to do crazy stuff to do it. So under tools in PhD guiding is calibrate meridian flip. And it's all the way down at the bottom. And I didn't even know it was there. I said, let me try it. So what it does is it makes you do a calibration on the east side of the pier, and it makes you do a calibration on the west side of the pier. You want them both close to, you know, the same thing, deck zero, kind of, you know, the whole thing. And I'd be damned that it worked. So it apparently takes a calibration from both sides of the pier and saves it in the profile. So
That's interesting. Well, it's
yeah.
good that you got it figured out.
Yeah. So
I have mine set up when I'm imaging in that. I have it set up to calibrate at the beginning, like before it starts imaging, actually, in the area of sky that I'm pointing. And I know that you're not supposed to just point anywhere, but the guiding issues that I was having, that actually solved it. If I just did that, I would do the calibration before I started imaging, and you know, it didn't matter, like I said, where it was pointing. It was just a matter of doing it, and then when I do the meridian flip and that, I have it recalibrate again and continue on. So that seems to have solved my problem. But I get a wonky graph sometimes and that. But my stars, I'm focused on the star. A lot of people fixate, I think, on the graph. You know, it's got to be flat, and
yep.
You know, I've gotten some really bad graphs, but my stars are nice and sharp, tight, round. You know, so. You know, don't get too fixated on the graph. Look at your stars. The stars tell the story.
Yep, absolutely. You know, you could be in an area with the worst seeing on the planet, like I have in New York, and you know what?
Yep.
If I'm at 1.1 or under, I'm fine. I don't care. I really don't look at it. Then if I'm at 0.5 and I'm still getting elongated stars for whatever reason, then I'll start tweaking the aggression, min move, all that kind of stuff, you know. So but it's guiding. You're exactly right, Sean. If you're sitting there and you're dealing with just the star pictures, we talk about it all the time on the show. Look at the stars.
Yeah.
You know, if you're 0.8, you know, you're not going to get away with that in the desert of Nevada or Arizona or Utah and at 2,000 millimeters focal length. It's not going to happen. However, you know, you can get away with certain stuff based on your seeing. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and working out PhD problems can be fun. Yeah, so it's really hair pulling experience. Maybe that's why I'm losing some in the front.
Oh, you're losing. I'm going gray. You know.
I already went gray. I shouldn't be gray by now, but I guess, oh well. What do you do? I refuse to go get it colored.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I did that when I was in my 30s. I went jet black for a couple of months.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Oh
nice.
yeah, I went jet black. You know, totally like. But he put out a good PDF. I guess a couple weeks back on the Discord channel. I've seen it before, but it's all about taking a look and what adjustments you should make to your guiding, if any.
Right.
And it's really, really good. It's kind of, it came up during the problems with myself and Eric and all our guiding issues over the past couple of weeks. And if anybody isn't on a Discord, go check it out. I'll send it again on Discord, or I'll put it in the chat and YouTube right now.
Did Eric, did you get your guiding issue figured out?
Yes. Yeah, it was. It seems like it was my USB 3 cable, so I swapped with a USB Ethernet extender.
Right.
And
so it was the
I tried it out.
It was the distance of the cable.
Yeah, 60 feet on the USB.
Yeah,
60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it would go from the mount through the window into the computer.
Yeah,
through the window. What kind of road is that? It's through the fence.
Sorry. I'm just joking.
No, but yeah, it was about a 60-foot USB cable, and it was powered and everything, but it's just the transmit, just the communication lag.
Yeah, the pass through wasn't sending the connections to the mount. So.
Yeah, not fast enough.
Nope.
So now going over Cat 6 cable, no problem.
Great. Well, that's good.
I think Cat 6 is rated at 100 meters. So
100 meters. Yeah. So
100 meters.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm fine.
We got
it. Yeah. It's but no, I'm really happy that I got that, because that was just driving me nuts, guys.
PhD problems are never fun.
No.
I got I actually got a telescope on loan to use to try out a new one that was on the market, and I set it all up, and I had nothing but problems with PhD guiding the whole time I had it. And then as soon as I sent it back, everything started working again.
No problem. No problem. Nothing's worse with anything, with any part of the rig where everything works great for like a week. If you have a week of clear skies, it's wonderful. And then all of a sudden, just one day, you don't do anything different and nothing works. It's amazing. Yeah, it could happen. Absolutely.
That happened to me just the other night, actually, where things weren't working. And the night before, when it was clear, fine. No problems. But then I come the next night and everything's just trash.
Yep. Yeah. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then you have nightmares.
It drives me nuts. But
I have nightmares about
it's one of those things. Another one of those things. So, like I said, I'm just happy that I got that piece figured out.
There's another video idea for you, Dan. You can be in bed having nightmares.
No, I got another one. I got another one coming.
Oh, you got another one, Dan?
Oh yeah. So it's going to be another Life of Astro video, and it's going to be with the music of Mac the Knife in the background.
Oh boy.
I already got the lyric. I got the first two verses written already. I did it in the shower.
The shower. Oh, great.
It just came to me. My artistry comes to me in the shower. That's
just don't record it in the shower, okay, Daniel?
You know what? I'm gonna record one part of it in the shower, and it's gonna be me washing a piece of cheese off my shoulder.
There we go.
I didn't know. You know what? I almost got to apologize to you, Scott. You took a ribbing with that cheese and everything for so long. I didn't mean to. I don't know. I didn't mean to start it, but that the stain or whatever it was on your shirt, it looked like you had dripped nacho cheese down there.
Oh no! It was
out in the chat.
That
was a
all it
bleed
did was
spot.
add to the. It just added to the experience. It was great.
Yeah.
They are already getting on me about this one right here.
Yeah, we-
That there,
Oh,
that's
look, there's
a
more
logo.
cheese. No,
Yeah.
no. It's a
Yeah.
fish.
it's a yellow. It's a yellow fish. Oh, speaking of fish, and it has nothing to do with that Astro. Total off the rails comment. We had a great white, a dead great white, come up on Long Island shores today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just
today I saw something in the news about that. I
on
think.
the beach, just
Yep.
came up.
Yep.
Beached on, dead. Weird.
They measure it.
But I don't know about how big it was, but it's a great white. I mean, come on, it'd be big.
Yeah.
But,
There was one spotted not far from New York Harbor, between New York and Cape Cod. It was a massive, 30 foot.
wow.
That's huge. That's massive.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine a fish that big.
Yep.
It's like freaking Winnebago.
It's like it's dead Jim. No. But we were going to talk a little bit about Nina tonight, and the
Yeah, I
advanced
saw that in the title there. Yeah.
and the advanced sequencer. I do have if I could get in there real quick, I do have it kind of loaded up a little bit, and I could show you a sequence that I've been working with the one-shot color camera, and we could do a couple of things with that together. And
Yeah.
let's see. So let me get
Yeah,
in.
and this is good too, Sean, because I'm switching from SGP to Nina.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So
Finally.
Awesome.
learning. Yeah. Learning.
What prompted that?
Well, it started with Daniel just, kind of, I'm looking at this Nina thing, and it looks okay. And then it just kind of ramped up from there to the point where he was almost, to the apoplexy about it.
I was just giving you what Sean gave to me. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm looking, I'm like, you're telling me that this software is for free and it's better? Why the hell am I spending money with SGP? And that's where it went.
That's interesting. Yeah, for me, it wasn't. I didn't like when they went with the payment.
Yeah, not
route
many
that
people
they
did.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason I left it. It wasn't because it was costing money in that. I read so much and heard so much about Nina, and I wanted to check it out. And in the course of trying it out and seeing what was happening, especially with the new development of version 2, it was extremely intriguing. And it was some of the stuff that it was able to do, in the way that they presented it, for me anyways, I actually preferred it over SGP in a lot of ways. So I just naturally gravitated towards it. But you actually, someone in the comments in the chats there, they said you should get Chad on from Patriot Astro as a guest. You can write that down.
Yeah, there we go.
Because he's got a whole slew of tutorials that he's done. He's done amazing
Absolutely.
work like that.
He
There's not
does.
even any point
He
in me,
really does.
not any point in me even making videos, because he's got it all covered. I just direct him there.
There you go. Just go see Chad. It's okay.
Go see Chad.
Chad, you got to give us a finder's fee now. So
Yeah.
but,
Yeah. I need my commission.
yeah, give me 2%. That's it. That's all I need. Don't worry about it. But
2% of all the views you get.
absolutely, no problem. Just send them on over. But what was I saying? So all right. So let's take a look here. And I'm gonna bring up the Nina. Mine may look a little bit different than yours.
Yeah, yours is probably going to look a lot different.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to look a lot.
It's the
different.
American version.
It's and it's purple. It's purple. I just did a purple thing because you know what you could have, because when you're running 2 rigs, I run 2 telescopes sometimes.
Yeah, the dual. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I have the purple one's my main and the green is my secondary. So I don't make mistakes and kind of, or I try and minimize the mistakes because you still can make them. But 2 o'clock in the morning, green is purple and purple is green, and
Yeah.
so that being
Especially if
said,
you've been drinking.
no,
Yeah.
I try. Believe it or not,
That's the cocktails talking.
you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I drink on the show. I do like my cocktails. Everybody knows this. This is not a secret. However, there are 2 times where I try not to drink. One is when I'm doing astrophotography. I swear to God, this is true because I'm dealing with expensive stuff that I don't want to break, tripping on my butt because I'm wasted. Don't want to do that. Second is when I'm playing golf. Won't drink when I play golf. That's it. I'll smoke. Might have a beer, but I won't get hammered. But anyway, that's different. That's so. Let's go back to Nina. And for those of you that know Nina, it's going to look very familiar to you. Obviously, with the exception of the color. We're not going to go through all these tabs here. We just want to kind of talk about the sequencer.
Yeah.
Now, many of you either use one or the other. Either use the just add new target, which gives you the simple sequencer, which is it's good, but it's not as customizable as the advanced sequencer. So you could
Now, let me ask this real quick, Dan.
Yeah.
Let me ask this. Can you do in the simple sequencer, can you set your times to say you want to start here, but you want to start, but then you want to stop at say astronomical, dawn?
No,
that's
advanced only.
sequencer.
That's only advanced. That's only
Advanced only.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
run and go. That's it.
Yep. That's it.
So you're able to set some options here. You could cool camera, unpark, meridian flip is on. Okay, and then end options, warm camera, and park them out. You can turn those on. Set your target in here. Now, you could do this a couple of ways. One of the ways you could do it is by using the framing. And you could choose, I use hips for whatever reason. I just like the way it sounds. But it seems to be the fastest for me. And you could just do whatever you want. You could do M42 and hit enter, click on M42 and load image. Once you load image, after a couple of seconds or minutes, depending on your system, there we go. There's M42. So now if you set up everything correctly, this box is going to be your chip size. Okay?
That's
and you
right.
could just
Yep.
frame it the way you want to here. And if you don't like that and you want to rotate it, here's your rotating. So let's say I want this a little differently, kind of like that. And I could do that. Now, if I'm happy with that, I could just hit this and add target to sequence. I just hit that and then simple sequencer. It's been a while since I've used it. And then it's going to add it right here. It'll say M42. It loads the RA, the deck. If you have a custom horizon here, this purple is not in view, obviously. M42 is probably a bad object to do because M42 is a winter object. But if it was over the line, over your horizon, you'd be able to get it. Let's do what's a good one right now?
What about M16?
NGC 7000 or something.
NGC
NGC
7000, M16.
We'll do that we'll do that for Ernie.
M16 if you've got the view for it.
Yeah, I do for about 20 minutes a night.
Is that right?
So,
Luckily, I got 0.
So NGC 7000, right?
Yep.
And load image. Okay. And then I think if I do this again, it might add another target. But let's see.
Yeah, it'll just add on to the
So if I just do add, you can do this a different way. I believe if you hit this and update existing target, it will delete what you have in there, or you could add it to the target just by add it to the list as a second target by hitting this. So if I hit this, now it just changed to NGC 7000, and this is garbage. So now, as you see, NGC 7000 it's clear of my horizon right now. And that's the transit right here. So at about 2:30 or so, 2:15 or so, it hits the transit. It'll do the flip about there. You also have some target options. You're going to want to slew the target. You're going to want to center the target. If you have a rotated, you'll want to rotate it, and you might want to start the guiding. And then you have autofocus. You want to autofocus on start, elapsed time, after a certain number of exposures, if there's a temperature change, if you have a half flux radius increase, so on and so forth. So usually what I do is I do it on start. If I'm doing a monochrome on filter change, but now I'm just doing OSC. And I also do after a number of exposures, and I usually do about 5. If I have a temperature sensor, you can do that as well. And then you would sit there and say how many you want, how long you want, what kind of frame is it, and if you had a one-shot color, it'll give you a filter. If you're binning, if you want dithering, and how many frames, I usually do 3. And your gain, if it's set on camera, that's fine. But let's say I'm using my 2600, I'll do 150, and then you would hit play, and then it would go. Now the thing with this is, it's just going to go at this point. It'll do the whole thing, and it'll start whether there's a tree there or not. So you just got to be careful with that. Make sure that if you don't have a custom horizon made, know that it's not in front of any of your trees, houses, phone lines, whatever. Any thoughts on any? Did I miss anything on the simple?
No, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, it's called the simple sequencer for a reason.
Yeah. Well, well, that's this again. That's a good way to get started. I mean, you could save that target.
Yeah, you can save that. You can actually migrate from the simple sequencer. So you can. I actually suggested that to a lot of people who are trying to learn the advanced sequencer, was to start with a simple sequencer, set up your target, and then transfer that into the advanced sequencer, because it gives you an idea of how things are to be set up in the advanced sequencer, and then you can customize it from there, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Provides a framework.
Provides the framework, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a great way to get familiar with it.
And it's purple.
Well, you can make it any color you want.
You can make it any color. Yeah, they've got some. Their default colors are pretty bad, but
I'm sorry. My wife's favorite color is purple, so I made it purple.
Hey, I got nothing wrong with purple, man.
I know. I'm a soft.
I'm
blushing.
Whatever
blushing.
you like.
Yeah, hop like a dog.
Yeah.
Bark like a dog.
Speaking of dogs.
Oh no.
I saw. I saw your video. You had a video you posted. Your dog pooping.
Oh,
you have no ideas anymore. You're just out of ideas, so you're just filming anything.
I got mad at my dog. The dog, like, we have a wee. The dog's 3 pounds. I mean, it's like this big. There's a wee pad. He knows there's a wee pad, that he goes there all the time. But if there's a wee on the wee that we didn't catch, and he's got to go poop, he's not going to go on the wee. He's going to go on the floor.
Yeah.
He doesn't like stepping in the pee, I guess. And so he pooped on the floor.
You?
So, what?
Would you?
I'm a dog. I don't know. My bigger dog doesn't care. He steps whatever he wants to step in. But
And not for nothing, but I had a Rottweiler that pooped as big as your dog.
I bet. I bet. I mean, Eric's dogs are like, forget about
Right,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, my three pitties, yeah,
Forget
like 70, 80 pounds a piece.
Yeah, you spend 15 minutes trying to clean it off the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can.
I know. I've been there.
Let's see. Is this off the rails?
Yeah,
Who is my
yeah, it's
favorite?
off the rails.
It's off the
Yeah,
rails.
I think so. I think so.
So should I hit the off the rails button on that?
You may as well. Let's go
Okay.
for it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
There we go. I gotta fix that. You're not Jesse. That's okay. All right. So moving along to the advanced sequencer, and this is where everyone's gonna jump in here because I am okay with it. I am not as good as Sean is probably with it. So Sean, feel free to jump in, interrupt, whatever. It's fine.
I just pretend I know it. That's how. Is that how it looks in the videos?
I don't play in that. I am not an astrophotographer, but I play one on TV. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
I just look good.
I actually don't even take images. I just pay someone else.
He's got a ghost imager.
A ghost imager, yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see. So,
That's
all
the old
right,
adage, Sean. You know, if you can't wow them with intelligence, baffle them with BS.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, so moving along to
It's got to be a T-shirt somewhere.
Oh, I gotta show. You haven't seen the new T-shirt. Oh, yeah, I showed you the new T-shirt.
I did see the T-shirt. I did see it. Yeah.
So here is again the advanced sequencer. Now, and Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you save something in a simple sequence, if you save that target list, and you go without importing it, and you go into advanced sequencer and try to find it, you're not going to find it.
You're not going to find it. No.
Yeah, you're not going to find it. So if I were to load my targets onto the simple sequencer,
if you're in the simple sequencer and you load them into the advanced sequencer, is that what you mean?
No, what I mean is like if I'm not going to see any of my simple sequences if I try and load it under advanced.
No. It's completely different.
Right.
Yeah, no.
So now I'm going to my advanced sequence here. So this is.
So you technically, if you had a bunch of simple sequences that you wanted to migrate over, you could just open them and move it into the advanced sequencer and then save it. You know? So
I unfortunately learned that a lot later. So I have double sequences of everything. So
I got a question for you. Dan, just real quick.
Yeah.
About the stream here. Am I supposed to be able to see your screen real time, or do I have to watch it through the YouTube feed?
How's that? Can you see it now?
He's not up on the vMix.
No.
You don't see the live?
I'm on the vMix, but I don't see your screen live. I only see the YouTube screen, like the stream of your screen.
Well, so what do you want to see? You want to see our faces or the stream?
I want to see your screen when you're talking about the the advanced sequencer.
So right
all
now
I see you guys.
So what do you see now?
Just you guys.
What do you see now?
You guys.
Now it's there now. I got it.
Is that right? I don't get it on my side.
Really?
Yeah. All I see is you guys. Like the whole time you were talking about Nina, I wasn't watching.
Oh my goodness! I don't know why it's not working on your side because it should. Right now, you should see the 5, and right now, unless if. All right, so maybe that's something that I have to look into, but you should.
Yeah,
see.
maybe we'll have to test it or something.
Yeah,
and see.
Yeah, you should see because everybody else sees Nina right now, right?
Do you have to add each individual person to the view?
Now I see Nina.
Yeah, you see Nina now, right? So
I see Nina now on the main on the screen, and I see it on YouTube
okay.
as
So
well.
maybe that'd be
There isn't anything I have to do on my side on.
No, that's a Nina thing. I think that's something that I might have to do. under your channel. This is the first time we've used your channel number.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so there
Yeah.
might be a little. I think there's a little something I got to do so you can see the output, the live output.
The live, yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing the
You can
live
see it on
output.
YouTube though, right, Sean?
Yeah.
I can see it on YouTube, but it's delayed and it's hard to match everything together with what Dan's talking about and what's happening.
Yep. Yeah, the delay is awful.
Yeah, on YouTube, that's what it is.
The way it is. Yeah.
Settings.
Sorry, I was just reading the chats. Captain 404, keep drinking,
Yeah.
Dan.
That's my buddy Steve. That's my buddy Steve.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm just trying to see.
That's the best part about
and
this channel.
So for now, unfortunately, I'm sorry, Sean.
That's okay. I'll just have to sort of,
I'll
do
try
as best I can.
and I'll talk slowly.
Be my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah.
If only the delay would be intuitive like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, it's not though.
all right. So I do have the advanced sequencer up right now. So let me start with a new. Let me get rid of all this stuff here. We'll delete everything, delete it all. That's what it's going to look like, I believe, when you start. So you have a couple of things here. Let me get rid of this too. Get rid of this too. And yes, there we go. Okay. So you have three main areas here. You have a sequence start area. You have your body or your regular sequence area. And then you have your sequence end. So just as in the simple sequencer, you had the stuff in the beginning where it said cool the camera, do your unpark the mount, all that kind of stuff, start guiding, all that stuff is in the beginning. So there's a couple of things that I like to do. First of all, there's a line up top that says global triggers. And what global triggers do is that no matter what, at the end of each instruction, it's going to go back to the global trigger and check if something has changed. For example, let's say you put in your global, and I'm going to go here in your global trigger, and I'm going to go to telescope, because I want the telescope to check if it's time to do a meridian flip every time. So you see meridian flip right here under telescope, and it's got the little lightning bolt there for you. Okay, so you can set that as a global trigger. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to drag it into the global trigger. So now what it's going to happen is after every image, it's going to check if a meridian flip should occur. And it will do it
You can
automatically.
also access that through that plus sign there on the top right. If you click on the plus, you see that?
There you go. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. I didn't even learn something new.
Yeah.
So this will give you all your global triggers here. So if
that'll give you what's available for that area of the screen, that section of the sequence, and it won't show you anything that you can't add. So that's actually a nice way to do it.
That's a lot easier than I was showing them. So
it's a lot easier. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with knowing both ways, but that makes it a little more straightforward to be able to find what you're looking for.
And there's a meridian flip all the way down at the bottom. So
so it's task specific.
It's total task specific. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Another global trigger that I like to do is autofocus after filter change.
Yep.
Okay.
I do restore guiding as well.
Restore guiding. Dither after exposures. And I think that's about all I put in there.
It's too bad they didn't have an option for like bringing you a beer or something.
Yeah. Edith, beer, please. There you go.
Yeah.
Edith,
you need an Edith button.
Shut up, you dingbat. Now, once you're happy with your global triggers, you want to start with the meat of the sequence, right? And I wish I had I have a couple of things saved in here. But one of the things you're going to want to do is, where is it? Where is it? Slew and center. Or if you have a rotator, slew, center, and rotate. So once we get a target in here, and we could just do this right now. We could go back to the framing, and then we could add target to sequence, and we're going to do sequencer. Wow, I really need to go over a bunch of these things, but I have a bunch of things set up here, so we're just going to do basic sequence target for now. And it's going to give you some ideas on where to kind of go. So this is already set for NGC 7000. You could have some triggers also that you kind of want to run during your sequence. And there's a loop condition. I'm going to show you how I have mine set up, because mine's kind of crazy. And Sean, feel free to jump in, because
yeah. Well, what I was gonna suggest maybe to clear that out and start people in the simple sequencer and how to migrate to the advanced, because if you have your simple sequence set up, if you're learning the advanced sequencer, if you have your simple sequence set up and transferred into the advanced, it drops everything into the appropriate places, and it'll give you that good idea, that framework that you can build on, and I think it'll give people a better visual as to how the advanced sequencers should be put together.
Let me ask you a question, Sean.
So you got to go over. You see the play button on the right side?
Yep.
Okay, and right beside it, to the left of it, just there's that other little button. I don't know what it is.
Yep.
Click that, and it'll say migrate to the advanced sequencer or something to that effect.
You sure you want to export to the advanced sequencer? Yes.
That's it. Yeah, say yes.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So quick question. Just I'm wondering about one of the things that he selected there, which was to autofocus after filter change. Does that give you the ability to manually do that, so that because not all of us have automatic filter wheels, some of us use sliders.
Right.
Yeah,
Not
so
that I'm aware of.
Yeah, you would have to go under the imaging tab.
Yeah.
At that point, and then you would have to go under either if you go outside, right? Well, what you talk about automated filter wheel, right? So you're going to change the filter, and then you're going to want to run an autofocus, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you could actually go out, and then you could hit autofocus and run that autofocus at this point. Now, there's got to be another way to build that in there. Maybe you could do a wait for, because you could do a wait, which is you could wait for a specific amount of time.
You'd have to pause it somehow like that.
Yeah,
in order to be able to do that.
So the only way, I mean, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. The only way that I would do it, let's see if I would trash this real quick. So let me trash all this. Trash. Okay. So what I would do is so you're gonna do a focus, right? So you're gonna run autofocus, right?
Yeah.
But before you run the autofocus, you would have to do a wait for time span, maybe.
Right.
And then delay for, I don't know, however long it takes you to do it.
Yeah, I guess though
too.
Yeah. When you're setting up Nina, like you're not setting up for a filter wheel if you don't have one, right?
That is true.
Yeah. So maybe using the manual filter wheel option.
Yeah.
I haven't done it because I don't have that type of setup, so I'm not sure exactly how it works. But
manual filter wheel. And then I'm gonna guess it's gonna say hit play to move on because you have to be awake.
Yeah,
to-
it's gonna do something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I've never
I've never had to
use
use it, so that yeah. So that's a good point. If you have a manual filter wheel, it should. Wow, that's a good
It
question.
should prompt you. It
Yeah.
should prompt you to do the filter change.
Yeah, so like when the flats tell you to, or the darks tell you to put the cover on your scope,
Yeah, that's what I would think, anyways. But like I said, I've never done it. I've never had to do it, so that's hard to know. It's something that you have to work through.
That's what Scott gets to be different. He's got to, he has to
Yeah, I
get a
know. It
filter
just
slider.
can't be normal.
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly. So yeah, so
I've
if
never
you're
been
doing,
accused of being normal.
of course, I need to because I'm gonna screw up my own sequence, but let me just show you something real quick. Um, do that.
Now, real quick, can you explain what the red warning circles are?
All that is because nothing's connected. So if I were to,
Okay.
so like right now, I think I have my camera connected. So if I turn on my camera, okay, the camera connected. Now, if I go back to the sequence, all the red dots that include the camera are gone.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the autofocus, the meridian flip will never go because I have certain things hooked up right now. It's on my kitchen table right now, so I have this all hooked up. I just don't have the mount hooked up. So that's what all this is just saying that the scope's not connected,
Gotcha. Okay.
and this one's saying the focus
like-
are not.
Yeah,
Eric,
just in
it's
case
like when you miss
people
your-
are curious about stuff like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's like when you miss your anniversary, Eric, you get those warning signs,
Ah,
Yeah, well, luckily I'm not going to miss mine because mine's in 2 days.
Well, there you
oh,
go.
there you go. So here's some instructions that I have in my sequence, and this is what I start off with all the time. I like to do, you know what? I like to do incremental cooling with this. I drop it and wait, and drop it and wait. So if I start this before, it'll say, okay, wait for the sun to go down under 5 degrees, and then it's going to start to cool the camera. Get it down to a little bit, take at least 4 minutes. Then the sun goes down a little bit more, get it to 0 within 4 minutes. Then I wait a little bit more, and then I get it to cool down to -10 for another 4 minutes. It'll unpark the scope. It's going to wait. Now, here's where the wait time is. I have this set for time right now, but you could have it set for anything else you want. I changed this in my last sequence. That's why. But I usually have it to astronomical dusk, and it will populate the time for you automatically. So if you want to wait for astronomical,
You want that set to... Oh, wait for time. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, wait for time. All this stuff you can drag on to the end or hit that plus button.
Yeah.
And you can do it that way.
Gotcha.
Then it's going to wait until nautical dusk, and I'm going to have it get ready to go to start doing its calibration. Now, there are two schools of thought to this. Sean does it before he starts shooting. I do the calibration at due south near the meridian and at 0. So I have it set because the meridian and it changes, right? So if I have it just set at deck 0, that's going to change throughout the course of the year, right? So I have it set for Altanaz. So Altanaz of 47 degrees altitude and 165 degrees south, pretty much, is where I need to be all the time, all year round to set my declination. That make sense?
Yeah, yeah. That's how you're supposed to do it. And that's fine. I don't do it that way myself. I must be lazy or something.
No,
wherever the telescope is pointed, that's where I'm calibrating.
I did that for many, many years. I did that exactly that same way. I said, you know what? I don't care about the rest of the sky. I just care about my target area. and
Yeah.
it makes sense to me that
Hmm.
to do it exactly the way that you're doing it.
Yep.
Then I started having some issues, and so I went and I spoke to Pete, and I spoke to other people, and they all said, try doing it here. I did, it worked, I never went back. So
Yeah.
if it
No,
ain't
that's
broke,
great.
don't
Yeah. You
fix
know
it.
what? And it's all about whatever works best for you, right?
Absolutely.
That's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Bottom line is if you're getting the results, keep on doing what you're doing. Don't listen to any of us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's not always there's varying degrees of right way to do it and wrong way to do it. So yeah,
There's
whatever
more than one
works.
way to skin a cat, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
I want to know who skinned that cat, though.
Yeah.
That is
Poor
just a
cat.
horrible statement.
Schrodinger.
Yeah, it is.
Schrodinger, dude.
What a horrible expression.
Schrodinger's cat. You're horrible. And
We
then
don't
we
know if
lost
it's in the
Pete.
box, but we know he got.
did we lose
We
Pete?
know he's
We did lose Pete. He's frozen.
I was wondering that, or if he was just doing his mannequin routine.
I that's what I thought. So let's see what I could do about that. And let's see, we'll change layers. And Pete is now Sean. Where's Sean? Where's Sean? There it is. Sean. There we go. And then we'll change it to a 4
dear.
for now. There we go. And don't worry
All right,
about
be
the
right.
titles. Sean is now
Yeah.
Jesse. And
My,
so,
oh boy, I'll be back.
uh-oh. Okay.
I mean,
And-
just a sec.
So moving back to Nina.
Eric has business to take care of.
I don't want to know. I run an autofocus at that point. And once I'm done, because before I want, I don't know. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, why am I doing that? I don't need to do that there. So let's kind of get rid of that. Why would I have to autofocus my scope if I'm going through my guiding procedure? So let's get rid of
You
that.
don't.
I mean, I guess, it's nice to do, but I'm going to do it later on, as you see anyway. So why do it? Why waste the time doing an entire autofocus routine, which could take, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, whatever. But so we don't need to do that. So now I'm at my Veil Nebula target. I got some triggers here. I got autofocus after exposures of 5. I got a center after drift. If it drifts at all, it shouldn't. So it'll check the drift, and if it drifts at all, it'll recenter it. And I'm gonna loop this whole instruction path. Actually, this shouldn't even be here either. I don't want to loop this either. This shouldn't be here either. Yeah, no, that's fine. Blue and center. Then start the guiding. I'm going to leave the force calibration off. And then because it's an OSC, I just have a smart exposure for 2 minutes, the light, my gain and my offset, obviously no filter, and dither every 3 seconds. And then you would just hit play, and then it would start at the top,
I'm back.
and it'd wait for the sun, and go on from there. But there's a lot of stuff in here that you could kind of add to this. There's so
a lot
much
of
stuff.
customization that's available.
I mean, just to go through it real quick on the right side, you got stuff for the camera, cooling, take exposure, smart exposure, which has everything, including your filters and all that kind of stuff. It makes it a little bit easier. Do heaters, take many exposures. I don't know, Sean, maybe you could tap in on this, and I don't know. Well, why would anybody use any of the other ones in there besides the smart exposure?
I don't know. I don't use them myself, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they're really there. The smart exposure is the best one to use out of all of it, so it's the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah, the smart exposure has all of your settings on one line.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they left all that. Who knows? Maybe to appease certain individuals with the need for it or something like that.
Yeah, and if you were not one shot color and you were LRGB or narrowband, you would just drop another smart exposure down.
You
And
could, or you could
then
duplicate the existing one.
you could duplicate the existing one over here, right?
Yeah.
Copy. Okay. Boom. There's another one. And you would just change the filter. So if the filter was Lume, red, green, blue, HA03 or S2. And that's what you would do there.
So, Sean, you use the have you used the Celestron dew heater ring?
No, I don't have a Celestron.
Yeah, you don't have Schmitz, do you?
No. I used to have
So-
Schmitz, but not anymore. No, just refractors and reflectors. That's all I got.
So I'm wondering about in Nina. I saw the dew heater controls there. I'm wondering how well that's going to integrate to control the dew heater ring
It should be
Well,
fine.
outside of
But
Celestron's control unit.
Yeah,
Oh.
but Celestron has an ASCOM driver, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if they've got an ASCOM driver, then everything will be available to you in Nina for controlling that dew heater however you want
There
to.
you go.
And also, Scott, in your situation, you have an Echo with the Eagle.
Yep.
So you would plug your dew heater ring right into your power of your Eagle and right out
Yep.
into the Echo. And then you may have a little bit of a discrepancy because of where the thermocouple is going to be. Because the Echo wants its own, its own thermocouple with the what is it? The TRS, the tip ring sleeve connector that you got to put in there. So unless if you get an adapter to fit that into the Celestron thermocouple holder, you're going to have some sort of degree differential, I guess, in there because it's not going to be attached to the dew heater like it would be normally. You would take that thermocouple and you would put that in between your dew shield and your strap. Usually, that's how it works. So
Yep.
so you'll have a little bit of a difference. You'll just have to play with that. There's a delta number in the Eagle under advanced settings where you
Yeah.
could choose when that dew heater triggers. And the higher the number, the sooner it is. So if you do 10, you're going to do it 10 degrees earlier than the dew point. So that means it's going to be triggered a lot earlier than you need it. If you do 1, it's closer to when you need it. So you're going to have to kind of play with that a little bit to kind of.
Well, it's not just that; it's controlling the actual output.
Well, that's done by the Echo.
I mean the voltage, so you can turn the temperature down on that ring because if you run it at full steam,
But it won't.
that
the
thing gets
the
hot.
Echo will handle that.
Okay.
It will turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, it'll measure the dew, it'll measure the dew point, it'll measure the temperature, it'll do everything. So just, if you start to see that you're getting dew, raise the delta 1 degree.
Mm-hmm.
If you see it's still dewing, raise it up to 2, raise it up to 3. Or if you're never seeing dew and you want to kind of drop it, do -1, -2. That's all you're gonna have to do. And once you get it set, it's a set it and forget it, unless you have a really bad night.
Yeah.
Gotta love that Florida dew. But
Oh yeah, the humidity down here is crazy.
oh yeah. Yeah. So that's a little basic overview. There's a lot of other options in here that you can do. You got, if you have a dome, it'll connect to your dome. Your filter wheel, switch the filters. Your flat panel, if you have an ASCOM flat panel like the Pegasus or the one that I have, the Spica flat.
The Spica flat.
Yep, the Spica flat. It will control that. Your focuser, your guider. This is something that we might want to talk about. You could do a bunch of loops here where you could loop for 2 hours, let's say. You're only going to image for 2 hours. Let's loop this sequence for 2 hours. So now I'm just going to bring this in here, loop until time. We'll get rid of this one. Loop for time span, 2 hours. And now it'll run this whole instruction set for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You could do loop until time. And again, same settings as before. You know, when we were talking about up here, wait for time, same settings as before. So if I want to loop until nautical dawn or astronomical dawn, it's going to say, okay, it's going to loop till 3:44 a.m. And it's going to calculate that time.
That also comes in handy too if you're shooting multiple targets on one given night. You can have it image until a certain time. You could have it image until the object, the next object that you're wanting to shoot is at a certain altitude. Even there's options to set it like that. But in terms of the time, yeah, you can set it to image to a certain time, and then it'll move on to the next target in the sequence.
Yeah, and that. Have you used that? I can't pronounce the plugin, the orbiculum or whatever it is,
or buculum or
yeah,
something.
whatever it is, the DO one.
I've looked at it. I've tried it. I haven't tried it. I've looked at it and that, but my style of imaging is one that I don't really need something like that. I sort of map out, like I know my sky, so I've got everything sort of mapped out in my head as to when it's available to shoot based on the horizon. So I set my sequences up, and I largely just use the time base, and so I want to image until 1 a.m. and then I want it to switch over to something else until 3 and so forth, and then quit at nautical dawn and park the scope and warm the camera, kind of thing. So I haven't had need to look ahead and use that plugin in particular, but it has the ability to look ahead in your sequencing run to see what the next object is, and you can set that to recognize when your next target has reached a certain altitude, as example, and then it will switch over and start imaging that target and finish. It'll finish off what it's imaging and move to the next target. So it's pretty. I wish I could show you on my side. I don't have Nina installed on this computer. It's only on my telescope computer, and that's all shut down and covered up. But
Gotcha.
I wish I could run you through because that would
next time.
Next time, maybe. Yeah. We'll revisit Nina. How's that? We'll revisit Nina next time, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nina's a one-show topic anyway, Sean.
No.
This is a really, really basic overview of the advanced sequencer. This advanced sequencer is you can do so much with it. You can get as crazy as you want with this. You may even put too much stuff in there, like we saw tonight. I was autofocusing for no apparent reason. You may do stuff like that, and it may make sense at the time. Brain fart, whatever. Why am I focusing my main camera when I'm doing guiding? And that's what it was. So it sounded good to me at the time, and obviously it was dumb, but I fixed it. That's what it is. So just
do you use I guess I couldn't see exactly what that problem was that you had there, but was it were you autofocusing after a certain amount of time while you were guiding? Is that what?
No. So I had it set to run an autofocus as it was going through its guiding calibration. So there was no reason to autofocus yet. So I was autofocusing later.
Yeah.
So I was doing double the work, kind of. And
I got you.
And so it just, it made sense at the time. I don't know why I did it. I must have been testing something, and I threw that instruction in there, and got it was there.
I've done that. Sometimes you're experimenting in that, and you might have just left it in there and didn't realize it. Right? It can get pretty complex, as we can see. So
but
heck, I'm just trying to figure out the autofocus right now.
Well, maybe that's something we talk about on.
What's the problem that you're having with the autofocus?
Well, it was failing the autofocus. It was not staying within the coefficient.
The R2. Yep.
Yeah, the
Oh,
R2.
okay. Yeah.
So and I've
was
got
there-
the step size at 60. I'm using a ZWO EAF.
Okay.
Sounds about
And
right.
and I also have the this is with the NVZ filter, so it's a narrowband filter.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I've got the autofocus exposure time set to 10 seconds. It settles at 2 seconds and it does 2 exposures per point. And the backlash, I have it right now set to 100.
Okay.
I think my my initial offset steps are at 5. It's
Okay.
doing
Might
the
be-
Might be
autofocus
too
is
high.
star HFR and hyperbolic,
Yeah.
and it does a couple of attempts.
Yeah. It would be easier if I could share the screen and do it, but
Yeah, I know, right?
basic. Yeah. Have you tried? You're confident that there's no slippage with the autofocuser, like mechanically, right?
No, it's been working great with the ASI Air. I haven't had any issues there.
Okay.
So
All
like
right.
I
Okay.
said,
So
right
then
now,
it's
I'm
a,
just using it
yeah.
with the Nina. With Nina.
So can
Okay,
you
all right.
have you tried to do a have you tried to do it and it failed? Is the graph still on your screen?
On my main screen, yeah, it failed, and now it's doing it for the second time.
Hey, can you share your screen so we can see it?
Nope. But I can here.
Oh,
Let me
you-
try. Let me see what I can do. Hold on.
No.
Maybe I can get a little creative here.
Okay.
There's
Oh,
no
no,
such thing as no on this show.
This
What kind
the-
of answer was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now.
Yes, just not yet.
I'm gonna start quoting Rocky. There is no tomorrow.
I'll call him Negative Nelly.
You're Debbie Downer. We got anybody hanging out in the chat? We're kind of ignoring our peoples.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nina
Just
party.
talking about different stuff. They're-
And
The chat talks amongst itself.
They do. They do.
Yeah, I know.
It is a creature beyond the show. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like,
so okay, I'm sharing my screen now.
hold on a second.
So
Creature beyond the show. Yeah.
Right, okay, hold on a second. So let me make this a little bit bigger. Ooh. Well, your focuser is not moving enough, or something's not. Is your
yeah. Let me.
Yeah, it's not moving.
'cause-
What have you tried increasing your backlash? Because I mean,
I can.
on
I
mine-
haven't done that yet. So if I
because
go
I
here,
actually have my backlash in, like, I'm not using the same motor focuser that you are, but my backlash is set to 350. So
oh wow,
you could try.
I can definitely try
changing
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, it might you might be
100.
dealing with a backlash issue, and increasing that is going to help.
Okay. So yeah,
You can
so
try
there I
that
said,
save.
like
So
I
what I
mentioned-
would do is I would save that and then retry a focus run and see what happens.
Sure. So let's go ahead and because it stopped both of them.
Yep.
So go here and let me start autofocus again, and then we'll see how it goes.
Silly question, real quick. Do you have Hocus Focus enabled?
I do.
I would try and disable those 3 settings first, and make sure that the Nina autofocus works first, also as well.
Okay. Well, I can stop this. right?
Stop that.
Yep.
And go into the
And-
options, I believe.
Yep. Let's go. Yep. And let's go into options and general.
Scott's sleeping.
Autofocus
Or is it autofocus?
right there. No, it's not. It's not there. Hold on.
No,
a
it's
second.
not in there.
No. Where is it? Let me go back into mine.
I'm here.
Options.
I'm just listening to you guys.
It's options imaging.
I
believe
thought
it
you
or
were
not.
sleeping, Scott.
There we go.
No,
On
Imaging.
the right
Just
side,
listening to you
change
guys.
it to Nina, three Ninas.
Yeah.
Just for now, just to take hocus focus out of it for a second, and
Sure.
then run the. Yep.
All righty.
What happens? Let's see what
And
happens.
And see what happens. So I set the backlash to 200.
Right.
Yep.
So
Yeah, set the
We'll go
the
ahead.
backlash is set to 200. So just go ahead and run a focus run.
Yep. Going right now. Take a look.
Yep. And
How many
So now
seconds?
it's
How many
going.
seconds are you running on a narrowband
10.
filter? All right. That should
I'm
be
running
good.
10.
You might need a little more, but that should be okay.
So yeah, I may need a little more, but we'll see.
Let's see what it
Should be
looks like.
fine. My
Okay,
narrowband.
but the NBZ is like a 10 nanometer
Yeah,
filter.
you should be fine.
Yeah, you should be fine with that because I was just going to say I run the 3 nanometer filters and I'm only doing 5-second exposures for those.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Oh wow.
Can you
So
raise
yeah, maybe
up?
I'm doing a bit overkill.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Can you show
raise
us the
screen
graph?
up
Yeah, let me scroll up here to the screen.
and go a little on the right side? All right. Well,
Yeah, so
I
right
see some
now-
motion there, so that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all the fun stuff that you get to do when you're setting up a
Yep.
new acquisition software. Right?
Yeah, yeah. When you're setting up for the first time, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to work through the
So-
bugs. I had to work through it too. It took me a while. When I first was dealing with my autofocus, I didn't have the numbers high enough. Basically,
Yep.
I didn't have enough motion taking place, enough step size, and so forth. So it took a while to figure it out and tweak it. But once you find that zone that you need to be in, it'll run beautifully.
Right.
That's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's starting to. Yeah, so far so good. Now, do any of you bin? Now, do you guys bin when you're
No,
No,
autofocus?
I don't.
no.
So you're always doing one by one?
Yep.
One by one, yeah. I use 3-second exposures for the broadband filters and 5-second for the narrowband.
Man, I'm using
Gotcha.
way too much.
Yeah.
I'm like 7 and like 15. That's a waste of time, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. It must be. Like I said, it's
Well,
just
and
all
you're
trial and
doing-
error.
Yeah, yeah. And you're doing double focus
Yeah.
points too?
Hold on, what is this? What's going on here?
Yeah. What's this?
No, I don't think it's working right. No,
No.
that
I don't think it's working.
Let's see what happens.
no, that's not
next.
working right.
It tried to go
Yeah.
back.
This is giving me flashbacks to the problems that we were having with my setup using that ZWO focuser.
Oh man, something's definitely wacky now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this looks almost identical to the problem that I was having, Daniel,
With what? Now
with that focus motor,
with the feather touch?
the EAF.
So,
Oh,
yeah, I would cancel that, Eric. There's
Yep.
no need to run that.
nope.
That's
And
not working right. Go back up.
Yep. And got that there. And I'm going to go 300 here.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a backlash.
No, it may not be the
Do you think it's
backlash,
focused?
but I wanted to try it out just to see.
No,
it.
no, I don't know
Right.
if raising the back. I think it was a backlash issue, but I don't know if that's the issue now because we're seeing motion now.
Try.
Okay.
I was going to say to increase that to the step size. Increase the step size.
Yeah.
But, you can
Yeah.
you can try it. You can try a larger backlash first. Like don't
Yep.
change both at the same time. Otherwise, you won't know what's what.
Correct.
Yeah. What's what? So why don't we just go ahead with the backlash right now?
Okay.
When we go with backlash, my exposure time I got it set to 5 seconds, binning one by one.
And just so you know what you're doing here, you're just changing
can
your out
increase your
backlash
increase your step size too. My step size is 100 actually.
on an EAF.
No, not I don't. I'm just making a suggestion. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. So we can try with backlash first, and then if
Yeah.
backlash doesn't seem it, then then I'll increase the step size.
Yeah.
So why don't we just go ahead and go back here, and we'll start another autofocus. Go back here.
'Cause, I mean, my Asato, my step size is like 7,000. You know, so
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
There's something
because
like
of the-
Yeah.
there's something like
Well-
750,000 steps in that focuser in an inch and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a whole different animal. Yeah, my feather touch
Oh,
is
that's
like
actually
700.
sorry, go ahead. Sorry. Simon actually said the same thing that I was saying about step size.
Yeah.
He's saying the step
Mhm.
size is too small. And where
Yeah.
was the other one in there? Al Need. He was asking, are you already somewhat focused, Eric? Or are you like
I
really
was.
far from focus?
I think I was pretty focused.
Like, because you might be too far from focus for Nina to actually be able to figure it out.
Yep, that is
Gotcha.
true.
You know what I mean? Like your starting focus has to be somewhat close. It doesn't have to be
Mhm.
perfect, but it has to be somewhere in the zone, right? You might be too far.
Right.
You might be too far
Maybe
away
too
from
far
focus.
out.
Well, Eric, while you're doing this, you could actually go into the bottom left next to autofocus where it says image. Left,
Image history.
left. There
Image.
you go. And you can see where you're at. That's your most recent photo.
Yeah, I'm not in focus.
Yeah, you need to
That's
tighten that up.
too wide.
Yeah. So what
That's
you may want to do is, just take a shot and kind of mess with your focuser, get close, and then run it again.
Yeah, just that's what I do. I just manually adjust the
Yep.
focuser, taking a snapshot and seeing, how small the star can get, and
Yep.
then
Mhm.
and then I know that I'm, close enough, and I can run the autofocus and go from there.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, makes sense.
Yep.
So yeah. So like I said, it's just
But
you
you're
know,
probably
this is
too
just
far from
trial and error.
focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit of trial and error.
And that's why it looks
Yep.
flat too, because it can't even do the
Yeah.
math on it
Because
because
if you
it's
can,
so far out of whack.
Yeah, because if you can see there, it's totally out.
Yeah, Dave
So what
Barnett,
I'm
my
gonna-
buddy.
So what I'll
Enough
do
math,
is
Yeah.
I will go back and do the manual focus and get manual focus squared away.
Yeah, just
And
go on your imaging tab, and then you should have your focus on there. No, not the imaging tab, not the actual, not that imaging button. So I can't see that whole screen. So yeah, okay, that's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine. And then
Yeah,
you
I
would
don't
just
see his
take
whole
on
screen
the.
either.
I don't know where your snapshot is. Let's see. So that's where you try the right side.
That's my focuser.
Yep. Try the right side. No.
Oh yeah, sorry. Right side.
And Sudatar. Okay, so there it is on the top right.
Okay.
Okay, so you're at 10 seconds right there. So make sure all those settings are right. Take a snapshot. The snapshot will come up in your screen. And then just change your focuser and then get it somehow close and then take another snapshot and go back and forth.
Yep.
You could also set it to loop the exposure
Yep.
and just keep adjusting the focuser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could do that too,
doesn't
yeah.
look. Yeah, because right now I'm at it's back. It went back to
You-
its original position,
Right.
and
Yeah.
that doesn't look too bad.
Go to the left.
you,
You can't
isn't
see.
there?
Do you
isn't
need
there a
10-second
way
exposure
to-
though?
No.
No, I was just doing 10-second exposures. I probably can do just 5,
You
but
probably do 2.
yeah.
Mm.
So
I would
isn't
try. I would
there,
reduce it in half.
Yeah, yes, I switched it to 5 now. So that's a 5-second exposure. But isn't there? I thought there was something where it would show me
The annotation.
Or do I have to turn it on in the settings to show the HFR?
Yeah, that's under annotation. Same place where you turned off the hocus focus.
Yep. So we
That's
go
in
to
there.
options and
Imaging, I think.
Yeah, imaging.
And annotate
and
image options, turn it on.
Turn it on.
There you go.
Yep. And go back. And let's try this again. And let me slew back over here. Yeah, I know this is a little tougher to see. Okay.
You're at 2s.
Yeah, so I'm in the 2s.
I mean, I would say that's fairly close. I mean, it's not
so bad.
It's not so bad.
You could try that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I'll give this a shot.
Yeah. What are we set at again for backlash?
I am. If I go back there to autofocus and let me slew on over here.
I thought it was 200.
This is so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm at
300.
300. I think I was 300 on backlash.
Yep.
Okay.
And here. So maybe increase my step size.
Increase your step size. Bring it up. Like, I was going to say to bring it to 100 or 200 just to try it.
Yeah. So I'm at 100 now. You know what? I'll half that. So So I will go 150.
Good night, Dave.
Something like that.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. And let's just give it another shot. My autofocus is set to 5. Everything is good there. So yeah, let's just give it another shot. Autofocus. Start it. And let's see where we get.
Very, very good.
Okay, and we'll just go ahead and let it run.
Yep.
And I'm doing 5-second exposures. So
I mean, I have the EAF on my Red Cat, and I'm at 70 step size, and no problem. But
okay.
You know, there's a lot of motion for little steps for that little guy. So I mean, it's not, you know, it's not as accurate as, but it works great. I mean, for what it is. And
okay.
I wish I could see the rest on where it moves.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's just a bummer that I've got to deal with.
540, 13. Your movement's 40, 60. How many steps are you moving at a time?
100.
100.
Didn't you have it set the step size 150?
No, that was my backlash.
That was the back. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was backlash. So, yep. So if we can see here.
Now it's coming in focus.
Yeah, now it's definitely moving back and forth.
Go back to the next. Let's see. Just leave it there for a second. Yeah, now
it's all going to be trial and error, guys.
Waiting for the next one to come through. Yeah, something's not right. I think you're backlash. You're overcompensating.
Could try knocking it down again.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Hey, look, now it's going back up again. I think it's focusing, doing the backlash, and then going back and forth like that.
So okay, so what I would do is
even Al's like backlash as well. Yeah, it's overcompensating.
Yeah. Overcompensate, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and kill it and let it move back and settle. All right, so let's just go back to autofocus here.
I just want to see where you're at again. I'm just trying to refresh my memory here.
So I was at
150 and
150.
300. I still think that's too much,
So-
but that's just me.
And I'm just gonna put everything back maybe to there. Or because I just don't want to keep moving things. That's the only bummer thing about it is you keep moving things around.
Yeah, you're gonna have to troubleshoot this guy.
Yep, I will. So not a big deal. I'll just keep
Right.
tinkering around with it. So
Yeah,
awesome.
right, cool. Keep on trucking.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Just
Yeah,
doing
there's
my
got to
thing.
be an answer. You know what? You're not the first one to be using this motor focus. I bet you there's an answer out there as to the step sizes and the backlash that's required for it.
Yeah, and just
gotta be
try and
something
find
out there.
somebody with you're on the FLT 91, right?
Yep, I am.
Yeah, so you're gonna want to have somebody with the same William Optics focuser as well, because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
because that's not
But
because the Red Cat
Because
focuser is
everybody's pretty much different,
it's just a matter
unless
of
you have the exact same setup.
I am sure that there are plenty of people out there with FLT 91s and EAFs. I mean, I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there with doing it, but unfortunately, I'm not one of them. I have the only EAF that I have is on my Red Cat, and that's it.
Right.
So I can't wait to put my Optec focuser on my Feather Touch. I'm psyched to do that. That should be fun. But it's almost 11 now. Scott's drooling.
We're getting
Scott's
that time.
drooling on himself.
Scott's out.
Fire! God.
Oh, wow.
Scott.
Oh boy.
What are you doing, Scott? There you go. I was almost gonna do like a Glenn from Weird Science on you. I don't know if you ever. I might be dating myself on that one, but when they put that little thing in his tooth,
Are we?
Yeah.
we are done.
Weird Science was a great movie.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Are we still
no,
on
it's-
Foursquare?
it's
Yeah,
11
we're still. You
it's
still get me
11:30.
on. We don't. You still get me on the main. You want to switch me over to Foursquare? Switch everything
Oh
over to
yeah,
Foursquare
absolutely. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Instead of everybody,
Well, good. Jesse's
just seeing
back.
my pretty face.
All right, fellas. Well, it's almost 11:30. It's time to. I think it's time to go to bed.
Do you have
Oh,
to?
yeah.
Do you have a giveaway?
Jeez, yes, we do. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second.
You forget, and it defaults. It goes to Sean now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me grab it and bring it up. AWW. We have a giveaway like every night, I think.
Well, that's what I figured. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
'cause,
thank you.
You were about to.
I was ready to go to bed. I was like,
down.
shut it up, shut it down.
What's the chat saying? They'd be like in an uproar.
I'm telling you, they'll be like, they forgot it. They forgot it.
Yeah, they're already saying. Yeah. Al's already saying spin.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me get there. What is it? Poll maker? No, it's Raffle Press. We're doing the camera concepts tonight, right? Yeah, it's camera concepts. Export users, save. There we go. Do this. I don't even know. We got a lot more people coming on to this one too. So, copy. Where's the wheel? Where's the wheel? I have too many bookmarks.
Yeah, Al saying let's do the Nina thing again. I mean, this is something we could spend quite a bit of time on.
We could do absolutely. We could do plenty more on it.
Yeah. If it's possible for me to share my screen, I got to see how I can do that.
Yeah. So
then-
when you're at the bottom of the screen.
No, I know how to do it. It's not that. I mean, in terms of the technical on my side, I have to be able to access the telescope computer, but I can't run it when it's covered up because of the heat problem.
Got it.
So
Right.
I'd have to install Nina. I'd have to install Nina on this system here, which is fine. But I wouldn't be able to connect to anything. That's all. It would just be everything would be disconnected. So it doesn't give you the full effect.
Or what you could do is you could log into my computer. You could log into my Eagle. I could give you the IP
Right.
address.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
true.
Yeah.
You could do that
Yeah.
too.
That's another way to do it. I don't know if I can handle your color scheme though.
You could change it. It's okay. You can change
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah, that purple,
We could-
that deep purple.
That's way.
Dude,
yeah.
I just wanted it the color of your lights in the background. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, well, I can change.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
All right, we ready for the spinning? We're gonna spin it. Here we go.
Spin.
We got 82 people for $50 at Camera Concepts. 82 people. Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got
Chris.
Chris
Yep,
Frickson.
Chris.
He's one of our winners and one of our people. Yeah, absolutely. Chris,
One of our regulars.
congratulations. Yeah, one of our regulars. Nice. Chris wins $50. You'll get
There you go.
you'll get an email with a form that I just need you to fill out for information that I could put you in there and give you the $50 on your account to Camera Concept. So congratulations, Mr. Chris. Awesome.
Way to go, Chris.
Absolutely.
And damn, let's see. How will I know if Eric fixes ZAF? Come back Friday. We'll let you know.
Yeah, come back Friday. I'll have this thing figured out.
Come back Friday.
I'll have this thing figured out.
He'll get it done. He'll get it done. But everybody, it's been a pleasure. Let's do a really quick final thoughts. And I'm sorry we lost Pete, but I'm not sure. I don't know if did he text me? No, he didn't even text me. But so final thoughts. Yeah, knock it out. Eric, go ahead.
No, it's again, it's just craziness. This is part of AP. It's trial and error, especially when you're using, unfamiliar or new systems, working the bugs out, and everything is bit by bit. Hey, hello, Poochie.
This is
it's just
Peppy the Pooper.
Trial and error. Yeah. So
what's your dog's name? Sorry?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Sorry,
Eric. I just wanted to find
No,
out.
you're fine. But
Pepper the Pooper.
This will be figured out.
You don't want to. You don't like being here. He doesn't like being there. He does.
He's camera shy.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
That's funny. So yeah, no, this is it's great to be able to have a show like this where people can get together and talk about astrophotography and the equipment and demonstrate how everyone runs into very similar problems and sometimes there's an easy answer for it and sometimes there is not an easy answer for it. But what I like about the astronomy community, the astrophotography community, is the fact that everyone sort of races in to help and has a suggestion and having a platform such as AstroWorld TV here is an excellent way to bring everyone together so that maybe we can actually get Eric's problem fixed.
Yeah, and don't forget to visit. Everybody on here has a channel right now. I mean, mine's just AstroWorld, but everybody has a channel here. Eric's got Astro with Eric. Sean's got Visible Dark. Scott's got Astro Playground. I mean, so go check that there, and there are tons of more. You got Nico Carver, you got Astro Molly, you got all the, you got all these people out there that are helping everybody.
Absolutely.
And believe it or not, no matter what anybody else says, if they're all teaching the same subject, they mostly all say the same thing. So it's a different way to do it. But sometimes when you deal with people that aren't as knowledgeable as Sean is, or Nico is, or anybody else on Amy Astro, all those people that are really knowledgeable, sometimes you get some weird information out there. You don't get the right stuff that you kind of need, and you're going to drive yourself crazy. You're going to look like me with the gray hair. And you're going to be pulling it's going to be crazy. So just make sure that you do your due diligence. Go to a reliable source like the people that we mentioned, and there are plenty others out there. Queeve, You know, I mean, I could go on and on with the people that have good channels out there.
There is a
and
lot of good astro channels out there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good information to discern
Chuck.
from all of those individuals. I think they're all fairly knowledgeable, and everyone's got a good tip or trick here and there. And yeah, definitely, it's great to see. It's great to see how it's expanded. The hobby has grown so much just over the last couple of years, and
it's out of control.
more and more interest in it. It's phenomenal.
It's out of control.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
All right, Scotty, what do you got for us?
Time for bed.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Scott had a rough time at the water
There
park.
you go, Sean. That's for you.
Oh, the
you gotta
cheesehead.
show it again.
Come on.
He got me back.
Love you, buddy.
do I have it real quick? Hold on 1 second. I gotta show.
How long did you work on that?
I didn't. I see. That's what's
What do you
beautiful
mean you
about being married to a graphic designer. My wife did that in about 2 minutes.
You farmed it out.
Farmed it out.
I farmed it out. Yes, I did. I farmed it out. Yes.
Oh, there it is.
I got the shirt made. I got what. Sometimes it's not the length, it's the girth.
Truer words.
There you go. And that's available on the Redbubble store. So if you want it, go get it. But anyway, everybody, it's been a pleasure. It's 11:30 now. It's time to go. No record ones tonight, Sean. I'm sorry. You know.
No, that's okay. I was ready to go till 2 a.m., but you guys are party poopers. So
Oh God.
Yeah. I actually got to show up. Wait, yeah, I got to work tomorrow, so I got to actually do something. So
there you go. No, great show, good stuff, and thank you to everyone who tuned in too and participated.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely, and thanks, Sean, for coming by and hanging out with us.
Anytime.
And Scott, did Scott leave yet, or he just turned the lights off?
No, I'm right here.
Okay.
Just turn the lights off.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you Friday night. Don't forget to get your votes in for picture of the month for the month of June. That ends 5 p.m. on Friday. And don't forget, the same night we're going to be doing round 2 of that monstrous picture of the week that had 20 whatever plus pictures. So vote for round 2. That's in there now as well. Both end Friday, 5 o'clock. We'll do the picture of the month for June. We'll do the second picture of the week for July. And I think we have a Masters of Pix Insight giveaway as well on that Friday night. Plus, we have Craig Stocks going to be on Friday night, and from Utah Desert Remote Observatories. That's going to be a ton of fun, and it's going to be a great show. So, and then we're going on vacation, right, guys? We're going on vacation. When are we going on vacation?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, that's the last show, the 22nd. The 25th is going to be a last show for 2.5 weeks. So, yeah, we'll be back October 10th. And, you know, you never know when I'm going to pop up, because Cherry Springs, if it stays the way it is right now, it's going to be a washout. There is rain scheduled for the entire week in Cherry Springs.
No, that's no good.
It's not like one day on the side of the end or whatever. It shows rain and thunderstorms from Monday to Monday. And yeah, it doesn't look good. So we'll have to see.
We're neck deep right now in our rainy season down here. I was coming down literally just real quick. I was coming down a main drag right here of 44. It's a 60-mile-an-hour drag, and I kid you not, we hit pockets of rain, dry, rain, dry, rain, dry. It was like we were going under underpasses. It was wild, just walls of rain.
Wow,
it's incredible.
But yeah, so definitely come and hang out with us Friday. And please join us on Patreon, join us on YouTube, and thank you everybody for all the support. And that's it. That's all we got for tonight. Everybody have a good night. See you in a couple days. Remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Friday night. Have a good night, everybody.
See you,
Bye for
everybody.
now.